Welcome, everyone. It's Interfleet Broadcasting, IFB. It's the sci-fi pop culture news and commentary broadcast. I'm New York Pete, and over there is my
There you
my
go.
best buddy, the
It's
Tipsy
always
Toaster.
opposite. There we go.
Well,
Yeah.
you always okay. Yeah, like there you go. That's it.
Wonder Twin
All
Power?
right. Boom.
Activate.
Be careful, because I don't want to turn
Don't
off
cross the
your
nerd
Lucifer,
streams.
man.
Yeah, don't cross the nerd
You
streams.
got Lucifer back there. He's watching me.
Yeah, he's back there crossing his eyes. You watch him long enough. You watch him long enough, your eyes start doing this.
Careful. You remember what your mom would say.
Yeah.
Keep doing that, your eyes going to get stuck. Let's see. Welcome, Eric. It's been a while, Eric. Thanks for joining us, Eric Padden, writer extraordinaire, professor of writing, who has done some really, really cool fan fiction.
Fanfic's good.
And thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. And Brigitte is with us from Austria. Joseph Vaught is with us. Hello, how are you? Charlene Donatello. Hey, Charlene, it's been a while. Rob Baum, hey, what's up, Rob? Been conversing with Rob on and off for a bit now. Hey, Rob, thanks for tuning in. Charlene, of course, a major power in Battlestar Galactica, the scene, the original Battlestar Galactica clubs and fanzines and all that good stuff that used to be and continues to be is still involved. Charlene, thank you very, very much for doing everything you do for the fandom. Much appreciated over at the Colonial Warriors and some of the other sites that you're involved in. Very cool. So thanks for joining us, everybody. Battlestar Bulletin Board. Hey, Sean, thanks for joining us. Appreciate the support, man. A lot of these individuals have been guests on the show, Chris, if you remember, which we'll be celebrating. We will be celebrating on September 17th is our birthday, and it's Battlestar Galactica's air date. And I just received confirmation that Eric Larson is actually going to be joining us for that celebration. So we're going to be doing trivia. We're going to catch up with Eric Larson. Yeah, that's right. And then we're going to do trivia and give away some prizes. Clay Arden's with us. Hey, Clay, thanks for joining us, man.
That's on a Saturday, too, by the way. So
is it? Let me just check my little handy dandy.
Next Saturday.
It is. That's right.
So we probably will not do a broadcast on Thursday again. Just like this week was this week's a Friday. We're a day off. Pete flew in from London and his arms were too tired. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We moved it a day.
We moved it a day. All right, so we got to notify. We were going to have a Star Trek update, so we're going to have to notify Bran for that. Mm-hmm. And there was something else. You know what? Let's announce we're being interviewed. Let's do our toast, Chris, and then we'll talk about the interview. We've been requested for an interview. Fran is with us. Hey, Fran, thanks for joining. How's it going, Fran? All right. So,
what do you got? You got something special.
All right. I have Magners, which is a traditional Irish cider. However, I brought back a souvenir with me from my trip to London, and let's see if you guys can see. This is a Strongbow cider pint glass that I purchased. I donated to charity, and they gave me one. It's really cool, and that's what I'm going to be using tonight. That's my little souvenir from my London trip.
But it's not going to fill it up.
It won't fill it up. You know, it's I got an Irish cider and a British glass. I don't expect it to blow up.
Isn't that called an Irish car bomb?
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna leave that alone. But being that there is mourning going on in the UK, the loss of Queen Elizabeth, and
God save the king now.
There, it's long live the king.
Long live the king. That's it.
Yeah, ales, guts, shaz, all kinds of cool stuff going on, Fran. I hope you're ready to toast, because we're gonna have a good time. I'm gonna bring you up to speed with everything that's going on. Strongbow, seriously good stuff. Yeah, Oh, that's right, Fran. You were in the UK in London, I think, for a while. So yeah, good stuff. I don't know if you'd seen one of these before, but I thought it was really cool, and so they let me leave with one of those with a small donation to charity. What do you got tonight, Chris? What are you up to?
So it's getting fall. So it's starting to have that fall time frame where we're getting close to October. So, of course, all of the pumpkin beers are starting to come out. So this year, this time, I have the Atomic Pumpkin from New Belgium, and this is a spicy release. Not a special release, but a spicy release. So I'm interested to see how spicy this is. I like spicy things. So we'll have to find out.
Okay. Clay says Lucifer, absolutely. So, ready?
Yep, hang on. Let me put us on there.
Okay.
Ready? All right.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
One.
Go. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. There we go. Okay. So.
Yep, it smells pumpkin-y.
Oh, it smells cidery. Very good.
Yep. Ready?
Yeah. I feel like I'm doing a experiment in science research class in high school. Many, many moons ago. Here we go. Whoop. Okay.
Well, that's a lot of foam there, sir.
Yeah, there is. Well, it's just I poured it right in, but that's okay. Anyway, go for it, Chris.
Anyways, we always say, we're a pop culture sci-fi group. We believe that the fans out there actually make the difference. So we have a saying, the fans fuel the fleet. And we always toast to the fans I was going to say every Thursday, but today's Friday. So every week, we toast to the fans. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for supporting the fandoms. And thank you for making just a great time and watching us do our thing. I mean, it's not often. Who would come and sit and watch us, you know? So here's to you. We always say, Pete?
Fans fuel the fleet, guys. This is
Fans
to
fuel
you.
the fleet. This is for you.
Cheers. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, my.
That's nice. Oh, my. Okay, take it easy there, Lucifer. So,
this has got a cinnamon taste and a pumpkin.
Oh, and a pumpkin.
And a kick to it. It's got a little bit of a spice to it. Not like a really heavy spice, but it's a warm kind of feeling. Hey, it almost
filled the glass.
It did fill the glass. I'm surprised.
Yeah, you were like doubting, man. You doubted. So,
that's pretty darn good.
I wanted to mention, good.
Darn good.
Actually, Rob Baum, he made a funny here. I want to read it. This is good. Is there a great pumpkin beer? I bet you there is somewhere.
This one's pretty good.
France, 6 years at RAF Upper Hayford. And let's see, foam fuels the fleet. Yeah, that's right, Sean.
I like that.
I will be attending Cincinnati Comic Expo in September 23rd to 25th. That's Joseph Vaught. Okay. I get to see William Shatner and Christopher Lloyd.
Ah, cool.
Rob says, guaranteed to make you talk like an adult in a Peanuts cartoon or Woodstock. That's right. Mediocre modeler. Happy Friday, all. Yeah. So I want to mention that one of our guests, sci-fiction, Owen Cotter, has graciously invited us to an interview. He's going to be interviewing us as guests on his podcast called Subspace Radio on iHeart, and so we'll let you know when it's going to broadcast. So it's our first interview. So Chris and I will be guests over there. It'll be kind of cool. So we'll let you all know.
And
when
with
that's
us, it will probably be our last because you know us.
It might be our last with Owen, but everybody else that doesn't know better, they'll be inviting us, I hope.
Yeah.
So
they'll learn the hard way, unfortunately. You know, it's just a
yeah,
matter of time
no
to get
kidding.
us two together somewhere.
That's right. TGIF.
Yep.
Happy Friday,
Happy
mediocre
Friday.
modeler. It's to you.
Mm.
Cheers. So we've actually been all over. So Chris, you
Yeah.
were at Dragoncon in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yep.
I went to London, England for the week. So we have some interesting side notes that we wanted to mention. You debuted Lucifer at the convention,
Yep.
which is so cool.
That was great. Yeah. So a lot of people, normally you pick a spot and people come by and take photos, and I was there for a good 2.5, 3 hours on-stop photos. It was fantastic. People loved it.
Oh,
People,
heck yeah.
plus,
Yeah.
it wasn't just me though. It was the other. If you have a chance, the Georgia 501st Cylon. So we have a group now, the 501st Cylon Georgia group, and we had 6 Cylons show up.
Wow,
So
that's cool.
it was amazing, and I think next year it's even going to be bigger. And then of course next year, I ran to BSG Viper,
Carl and George.
Carl and George, Team Viper. And we're going to do our
Yep.
best to get it out there, plus all sorts of things. We'll go through and talk that. We'll probably have to do a fundraiser to get the actual full-size Viper out there. But yeah, I think it's worth it. It's the 45th anniversary next year, so that would be quite amazing to get the Battlestar Galactica crew out that way.
That would be cool. Lola's watching. Lola, thank you for watching. Stay away from the Copacabana. And yeah, so we've actually spoke. I spoke to George, who's part of Team BSG Viper, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he's really, really enthused about doing Dragoncon, and he actually was there. So he met up with you, Tipsy Toaster,
Yep.
and so there was a lot of scouting that was done, and
Yeah.
so there's a big push to try to get on the military track at Dragoncon to get the original Battlestar Galactica strongly represented.
Right. That would be awesome for that year. So, yeah, we did a lot for that. I think we'll definitely cover some of the stuff that we did there. But I was just shocked that we had such a great turnout in regards to old school Battlestar and old school Cylons. I mean, and then 2 people said they couldn't come, so I'm expecting 8 probably Cylons next year.
Wow,
That'd
be really cool.
amazing.
Plus Lucifer,
Plus Lucifer.
and you'll have Lucifer 2.0.
Yeah, I'm going to try to have him done.
Oh no! What the heck? That's the DeSantos
Yep.
Cylon.
This is the DeSantos.
Oh
one.
boy! Oof, that's cool.
So I got to do a bodysuit with it, but yeah, he's
I got
slush
I got
past.
breaking news.
Uh-oh.
Battlestar Bulletin Board is committing to being at Dragoncon next year. Look like way too much fun. Can't pass up 45th. Yes, excellent, Sean. All right, man.
We'll
So
hold you
we're,
to
we're
it.
starting to lay the tracks down because we are going to be there. So Battlestar Bulletin Board is going to be there. I know that Commander Kane
Yep.
is going to be there as well.
Yep. Paul was there this year, and I loved what he told me. I said, so I'm glad you came out. I always sell DragonCon quite a bit, and I said, so what do you think? And he says, now Paul has been to ECC and Emerald City and a bunch of other different cons, and he said, this is the largest con I have ever been to.
Wow.
I was
Okay.
like, okay, that's great. Yeah, so I have a convert because I'm going back next year and I'm getting a hotel closer. So
Oh, that's right. Carl just said myself and Jeff would add 2 more. So, Carl, thanks for
Yep.
tuning in live. Carl is, I believe, point man on the Viper, and so him and his team are going to work hard to get that going. And that guy you were photographed with in the Adamakash reminded me of Captain Kronos.
Oh,
that's our very own Eric
Eric.
Engler, who's a big supporter. Yeah, Rob says he's going to give it a try to get there as well. Cool. Joseph, I will try and make it next year. Perfect.
Yep.
Should I make my hotel reservations now? Fran, answer is yes. 100%. That's what we're going to start doing ourselves.
You're not going to be able to. The host hotels, it's really hard to get into. So you start looking around the outside, close by, because host hotels are all. There's going to be a part in probably a couple of months that we call it the Hunger Games. And may the odds be ever in your favor. They opened up the room blocks, and they're usually sold out within an hour. So everybody's always on the phones, ready to go. But they don't accept the points or anything else. I'm a Marriott guy, so I stayed at the Marriott one time, and it was way too expensive to even think about doing it again. So. Volunteers tribute.
Sean said, volunteers tribute. John, our very own John 1 says, I may go to Dragoncon. All right. Sounds cool, man.
Man, that could be
what
a
are the
heck
dates?
of a meetup. It's always Labor Day weekend every year. So whatever the next Labor Day is going to be. It used to start Friday. It used to do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Then there was so much programming, they started it on Thursday. So now you arrive Wednesday, it starts Thursday, so now you have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Wow.
So it gets bigger and bigger. And like I said, we can talk about that. I mean, it's just, I've got the books. I'll show you the stuff in a little while that
cool.
It's just all the stuff there, granted, a gnat, mosquito, it's hard to get a room, but get one close by, you'll be okay. Don't do. Everybody seems to want to do. What's those things called? Bed and breakfast.
Airbnb.
Airbnb. Every year, there's horror stories about people who rent out Airbnb and they cancel them.
Wow.
Every year, I don't know why. I guess they get somebody, they want to make more money or something, and they cancel one person and put another person in. So, always look at the hotels.
For more money.
Yeah, hotels around. There's not a loft. There's a bunch of others. Just downtown, by the Marriotts and the Hiltons and everything else. And if you're lucky, you can get a host hotel, which is great. We've done a number of host hotels, but we stayed at.
They're pricey.
Yeah, they're a bit pricey. We stayed at an Autograph this year, Marriott Autograph 12, and they use points. So I didn't pay a thing for my room this year, so that's the way I like to do it.
Wow.
I thank you to my job that lets me go to travel all the time during the year and keep my points. So
there you go.
But yeah,
Scott, thanks for joining us. That and right now is the cheapest time of the year to get a Dragoncon membership. Were you aware of that, Chris?
Yep. Yeah, if you want to get a Dragoncon membership, you start doing it now, and you get the 5-day pass or the 4-day pass or whatever. What is it? Yeah. So you get this.
Bass, thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. Bass from Down Under. Right in the middle of my forging class. Can't stick around to join in. Back to my students. Bass, thanks for tuning in and putting the chat up. I really appreciate it.
Yep.
So good luck to you, and stay informed with us. I've got a gazillion choice hotel points, Fran. Start using them. Yep. Any Arctic clones or Ravishol Boltar? Boltar, yes, in terms of cosplay.
Yep.
Lightship Angels, I've never seen them.
I've never seen anybody cosplay that one. That would be interesting.
That'd be kind of cool.
That one, I've never seen that. Probably another easy one would be, what the heck's the guy in the black shirts? The security for the council.
Oh, the council security, the quorum.
The black shirts. Yeah. That's just a black jumpsuit with a patch. That's pretty easy.
Yeah,
and then I think Joseph's got almost all. He's got a civilian Cylon, and he's got. He's got a bunch of stuff. He showed us a picture of his triad uniform. I don't think I can pull that one off, Joseph.
Eric Patton says Reese. Fran said Reese.
Thank you. Reese, yep.
Yeah. Northern Alliance, John. John says Northern Alliance. No, I've never seen that either. Council security, yeah, that's exactly it.
You can dress up in the council, just get a toga.
Yes, get a toga and be the president. All right, that's cool. I heard that once upon a time somebody showed up with Baltar's helmet.
That's their work. Another person is working on one as we speak. Eric is. Eric has a Baltar outfit. He wants to finish the helmet before next year. So that's his goal. So Eric Engler.
Rob says the other Cylons, the civilians.
Mm-hmm.
But we have pictures of them from I think it was it Joseph?
Joseph.
Was
Joseph,
it Joe that
yeah.
actually?
Joseph,
yeah. He wore it. We have pictures of that from our trip to Awesome Con last year.
Awesome Con.
He brought it. Awesome Con. Yes, met the actor who played Reese at the 20th reunion.
Wow.
He's a reporter in Bakersfield now, or was then. That's insane.
Really?
Ooh, that would
have
be,
to look
that
him
would be
up.
something.
Let's see if I can get a hold of him.
I thought they were
fun to have him on.
Hasaris.
That would be fun to have him on.
Oh, imagine.
Yeah.
Should try to look him up. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it's also hunting down one of the two Kana sisters, so they're on the radar.
Yes. So we put that out. So we'll be doing the second to last chapter tonight. We're going to be doing that. Also, Reese joins the IFB. Correct. Imagine, that would be kind of cool. So we are working angles.
I see that. I see what Eric's saying now. If Reese is now working as a reporter,
he's IFB.
He's IFB. Well, there's a plot twist.
Right. That's a great one. Right before I left for England, I picked this up. I don't know if I had shared this with everybody. I may or may not have, but Kolchak. The other thing I want to mention was their Kickstarter was super successful, and it's the 50th anniversary of Kolchak the Night Stalker, and they put together a book full of original comic art, stories, and essays and novellas in a 50th anniversary. It was super successful, so that should be out soon. And I also am looking forward to that. But I also wanted to share a couple of things from my trip to London. So we'll go through that, and then we're waiting for John 1. I think he's here with us. So Chris is going to press some buttons and make sure his audio is good, and then we'll when we're done with John 1's report and update, I'll show you some things that I picked up. And so Rob says, I met Reese in 95 at whatever they called that show. Benedict wasn't there as he was making, I think, the film Alaska. Ah, interesting. Good one, Rob. Rob actually been to a lot of the original stuff, a lot of the original shows. All right, so when you're ready, Chris, just bring John up. You can...
Give me one second. John, how's your audio, buddy?
Yeah, how you guys hear me? You good?
Got you good.
Yep, we're good. Okay.
Good. How's everything? How was your trip?
Trip was great, John. It was great. Had a really good time.
Good. All right. Well, we got a couple of things here for you. Let's see. Season Harlequin and Poison Ivy season 4 will drop on HBO May HBO Max on September 15th. Peacock will release its fantasy series Vampire Academy. It's a bunch of vampires go to a school. So they already did that already.
I think that
was called
something that was familiar.
It was called Legacies.
That's it.
You know? It's just same old stuff. You know, I think Peacock has to understand that. I think we need to see them during Comic-Con and remind them of what the series they're supposed to do. You know, the next picture. The next picture we have like 12 new stories for them.
Yeah. Rattle their cage at New York Comic-Con.
Hey, let's go on. Come on, we want to see it. So hopefully they can get some storylines. I sent a picture with them, some Battlestar Galacticas, and they have like 12, 16, 12 stories, 16 stories to choose from. Choose one, Peacock.
There
What's going on?
Come on, Peacock.
Here.
You know,
I don't know Pegasus yet, though.
You can even do the Pegasus. We'll have to ask
Eric
to see what's going on with that, if anything.
I want to see poor Silence fighting for their lives from the tyranny of the economists.
Oh, no, that's not.
Oh, easy.
No. I foresee a Lucifer offshoot. So,
Oh,
there we go.
Lucifer on his way to getting his master's third brain.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh,
Yep.
The behind-the-scenes view of becoming a imperious leader.
Yeah, no kidding.
The ins and outs of following up the Cylon command. And old is new again with a reboot of Quantum Leap.
Oh yeah.
So it's time to see it on coming on September 19th on NBC.
Yep, I'm going to tune in to see that one.
Oh boy.
It's been 30 years. So it's another remake. So 30 years since Sam Beckett went to the Quantum Leap accelerator, and now a new gentleman's working. A doctor physicist named Ben Song will restart the project with a brand new team. So they'll probably get lost just like he did, and
Yeah, I saw a quick preview of that. He was on he was jumping out of an airplane, and he was one of the military guys. So
oh wow,
that looked
hopefully
interesting.
it's good. I'm going to tune into that next week. And Paramount Plus, this series moved from CBS to Paramount Plus, I think, because the series was a pretty good decision. But SEAL Team is coming back September 18th. The last time we saw them, they were in a firefight. It was pretty good.
It's a decent show. My wife likes that show a lot.
I like it. It's good action, good storyline. It's pretty much action of what goes on with the operator's
The main actor,
life.
I can't remember his name. He's really good.
Oh, David Boreanaz. He was
That's
in Bones, and he was Angel.
Yep.
He was the only vampire I cheered for.
Sparkly.
He was my dreamy vampire. So, let's see. Simon gives a monstrous side effect. Let's see. On September 18th, an experiment that gives a monstrous side effects. 2 people join forces to hunt down the scientists responsible for turning them into monsters. That's the what movie was that? That is the Imperfects coming on Netflix. So there's another remake of a movie like that. It's like a comedy, but they got turned into freaks, and this is the same thing. Where they're going after the scientists that messed them up, and they have like special superpowers. One turns into a wolf, and one turns into like something else. So I guess they don't like the powers and want to get even. I think it was that movie. The remake of the movie Freak Show, and the guys went to the show, and they got turned into freaks, and they tried to get the guy to turn them into it. Yeah, just like that.
Something like
another
that.
Remake.
Yeah, another remake, bro. Come on.
We're still waiting for the ones we want to.
We're yelling, another remake, but we're like, you need to remake Battlestar Galactica.
Exactly. That's the one we want.
Yep.
That's the one we want. And 23 years already, time goes fast. It's time to feed the flying monsters back in Jeepers Keepers Reborn. Out in theaters on September 19th. I guess, if you guys watch the series, he comes out, he eats people, he scares people. So it's a monster slasher fic. Yeah. It's all right. So, a horror is book. So, let's see. And
Speaking
the
of
Master of Horror has come out a brand new book now. Stephen King's new book, Fairy Tale, will be out. It's about a young man who has a tough life. He befriends a guy. The guy dies. And he inherits a house, a bag of gold, and a big story, and also a shed in the backyard with strange noises coming out. So, I wonder what could happen.
Yeah, exactly.
This would be out. This will be out September 27th.
And he didn't leave. He should have left. You hear strange noises coming out of this. It's time to leave.
Take the bag of gold and leave.
Yeah, take the gold and leave. Bye. And I love these historic fantasy stories. The Witch and the Tsar. It's about a witch that helps a friend of hers that's just married to the Tsar with her son. And it's a story that weaves a witch tapestry of mythology and Russian history. It'll be out 9/27. So it looks pretty good. So
I can't even say the name though. Olesa Selinkova Gilmore. Gilmore, easier.
So it's like a historical fiction with fantasy. So I like that. So it's pretty good. So happy birthday to Luke Cage. In honor of his 50th birthday this month, Daredevil will have a few variant covers of him to celebrate his birthday. He's been around 50 years, Luke Cage.
Wow.
Keep up with Luke Cage. He's also the mayor of New York now.
What?
And that's in the comic he became mayor of New York.
Cool.
Yeah. And also check out this series right here. This gentleman played in Squid Games. Jang Jae will be the male lead in Star Wars Acolyte. He's pretty famous out in Asia. He's done serious roles, comedic roles, so it's going to be a long stretch for him to pull it off in this one. Just don't Jar Jar Binks this one, guy.
More Jar Jar.
Please don't.
More Jar Jar.
Please don't.
Please don't ruin it for us.
Brian, thanks for joining us. Brian just let us know that Monsters come out on Netflix end of the month. Another remake. But hey, no promises on that, man. I saw some pictures. Don't know what to make of it. We'll let it slide as is until we start watching. Maybe Mediocre Modeler says I have a shed in the back with strange noises, but that's just me messing up a model. They just don't count, man.
That part doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at the Monsters one. That's the
Monsters?
I don't know, man.
That was directed by Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
Wow. That might be
I don't know how the director is.
Yeah.
Rob says, so Luke is celebrating the 11th anniversary of his 39th birthday.
Wow.
No, it's not. It's not Robert Ito from his Quincy days, but it does look like him, Rob. Yeah. Good one. So there's a bunch of stuff going on, and John, you said that you might try to go to Dragoncon, right?
Yeah. I might go next year. It looks too fun here about all the time, so I want to go.
It's a party. So that's all there is to it.
Oh yeah, it just seems like it's the place to be, man. Just the place to be.
You wake up at 2:00 in the morning and walk out your hotel room and go into one of the host hotels. You can go watch a movie, or you can watch a bunch of people walking around half naked. Because after 10 o'clock, it gets crazy.
Wow. And all the hotels around each other, or do you have to travel?
Yeah, they're all close to each other. Yeah, it's the Marriott, the Hilton, the Hyatt, the Sheraton. Marriott, Hilton, Hyatt, Sheraton. I'm missing one. I'm missing one. There's 5.
So
they're all some are interconnected.
Okay. So they're all in walking or staggering distance, depending on how much fun you have.
Oh, like that.
Yeah, and even if even if you get a hotel that's farther away, that's just. Let me look. That's another one I'm missing. But yeah, we're talking
John.
Weston?
Yeah, Weston. That's it.
Yes. Did you get a chance to see some of the pictures we put up of Lucifer with the Cylons, man?
Yes, I saw that. I made some comments on it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was tremendous.
Silent Empire. That was great. That was cool to see.
Oh, boy. Yeah, Chris was saying that he couldn't even move, man. They were taking pictures for hours.
Yeah,
which is
stood there for hours.
That's what you want.
Plus all the Cylons were there. Everybody just loved having all the Cylons there, and it was just constantly.
It was so cool.
No taking off the hat or the helmet to take a breath. It wasn't happening.
Well, that's like the first time I've seen a cosplay Lucifer. I mean, I've never seen one before.
It's cool. It'll be 2.0 next year. Next year he'll have the scrambled eggs in the head, and his mouth will actually work. So that's the goal for next year. Yeah.
It was still cool to see. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. And my daughter did all these. Where's that? Well,
yeah,
I can get into that. Yeah. So my daughter did the robe. And if you don't really notice the robe in Lucifer, hang on, I'm going to switch to the main camera here. So Lucifer has a front that you can see through, which mine did, and then you have a robe that goes over top, and then that robe is pleated. And a lot of people don't realize how much pleating goes into that, but this is the pleating on the robe.
Oh my God!
Each one of these rows, each row is sewn separately.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So this is just a piece that we have to add to the shoulders. And if you look at the back, you see the black. That's yarn. So she sews the yarn in.
Wow, that's a lot of work.
There you go. She sews the yarn in. So this is what it looks like beforehand.
Yes. Yes.
And then sews the yarn in. The rows, and then that's what it looks like on the outside.
Lola says, "Nice job."
Look at that.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Wow, great job on that.
That's incredible.
Each row is individually sewn.
How many man
A
hours?
lot
you
of
put in
work.
She lost
Oh, a
count.
lot.
She
Wow.
lost count. So it all starts out like looking like this first, and then she pleats it.
Wow.
So all those individually pleated pieces, she worked really hard on it. She's like, I hate it. It doesn't look right. I said, oh my God, that's amazing. So I'm trying to talk her into doing Spectre for next year, but I don't think I'm going to get that lucky. She has some cosplay she wants to do. She's, I would say she's 35% done with Queen Amidala's wedding dress with all the petals.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So,
Oh, wow.
actually, Pete, she asked me to get with you, and we need you to go. They have in Times Square, there is a show with all of the Star Wars costumes, and she needs you to go there and take photos. So, congratulations.
Of Queen Amidala. Yeah,
Yep.
I have a book.
Yeah, she's
I have
got
a
the
special
books.
book.
Yeah, she's got the
She's
books
got
and
the
everything.
book, the big book, the
Yep.
fashion book.
I don't
It's like
know if she got
it's
the
a
fashion
special
book, yeah.
call.
Yeah,
It's
I have
like
to ask.
this. I have one.
She's been
Gotta ask her,
studying
'cause we
She's
did-
been studying the costume. She's like measuring things
When
off of the internet. And
When I was
goes
in the
crazy.
Empire City Garrison, we actually did the book premiere for that fashion book.
okay,
So yeah, and we each got a copy of it. Yes,
I
I
know
have
they've
one.
got
So if she doesn't have it,
yeah, they've got they got the actual costumes there in Times Square in New York. So she sent me a link and says, "I need Pete to go there and take some photos." I'm like, "Okay, well, we'll see. Maybe I can get up there and
Is,
take some photos."
Rob wants to know if it's Amidala or the decoy.
Yeah, it's Amidala. Yeah, she's
Okay.
it's the white fluffy. I don't know. Every
Cool.
single
All right.
petal she's cut out, and
Is-
there's like 500 petals, and then she sergers the edges of each petal,
Oh,
and then she
wow.
puts all the petals onto the thing. It's the one where she holds the globe that has all the stuff inside of it, the shiny thing. You know, it's the it's the award ceremony or something at and number 2, I believe it is. So
one of the ones you forget though. You forget.
she
That's
said
easily
it's
forgotten.
on screen for like 10 minutes, but she's making it. That's the way it
That's
works,
so
you know.
cool.
You know, it's the
Yeah,
love.
that's so cool,
It's
man.
the thing we do. I mean, it's the love
Yeah, of course.
of a fandom that it makes you want to do things. I mean, if you don't have the skills, I mean, my daughter has got the skills. I'm so happy that she does. I've got skills for 3D printing stuff and wiring. I can't sew. I don't know how to do that stuff. So, and you spread that love throughout. I mean, she made that because she likes the character and she wanted, to help me make the character at Dragoncon. So I mean, like, it's the love of the fandoms. I mean, that's how things continuously go. And we don't have
Fans helping fans.
Yeah, it's fans. It's how you
Yeah.
do it. If you can't afford something, don't feel so bad. You can always go, cosplay on your budget. It doesn't have to be thousands of dollars or anything else. I mean, you can go to eBay and grab a quick jacket, some tan pants, and ta-da, you're a colonial warrior. So it's not hard to do. I mean, it's just you spread the fandom and have a good time. And that's what, when you go to Dragoncon and these other cons, and especially Dragoncon, it's a huge, everybody's so, oh, you look great, let me get a picture with you. It's just the fun, and then, of course, all the information. So, I mean, I'm not selling Dragoncon or tickets, or I don't make anything off the tickets, but when you can go through, I mean, each one of these is a track. So, let me show you. This is a this is Sunday schedule for one track.
Wow.
That's just one
Wow.
track.
Wow.
This whole book.
Right. So the track. Explain the track though.
Yeah. So each thing has a track. So Battlestar Galactica falls into military sci-fi track. So it's Battlestar Galactica. It is Firefly. It is the big circle with they go in time. The one you like. Help
Philip
me out, Pete. Stargate.
Etsy.
All the Stargates. That's all. Yeah. It's all in one track. Then you have the Trek track, which has all of the Star Trek stuff. And each one of these tracks is run by a volunteer or a leader or a couple of leaders. So, and they're run by fans. So to give you an idea, the person who runs the Trek track is a huge fan because it's Instant Kim. He runs the whole Trek track.
That's insane. Yeah,
so,
that's cool. That's really cool.
There's puppetry tracks, there's costuming tracks. If you want to know how to make foam armor, there's a class for that. If you want to know how to make puppets, there's a class for that. If you want to know how to wire certain things for costumes, there's a cosplay track, and they have that. And it's just it's just amazing the amount of stuff. So here is all the groups. This is each one of these is a track.
Ooh, wow.
So each one of these.
That's so cool.
Wow.
What do you think, John? That's pretty cool, right?
Gaming track.
I would. I blow my mind. What I want to see. Is that like every day, or is that just when I want to know what to choose?
Yeah, there's puppet tracks, there's robot tracks, there's art, there's science, there's silk.
Wow.
There's gaming, Trek, urban fantasy, X, young adult, kids, alternate historical and fiction. There you go, Pete.
Yep.
American sci-fi and fantasy media, toon, animation, Apocalypse Rising, art show track, the Brit track, anything British, any of the British shows they do.
Wow.
Comics track, digital media, diversity and speculative fiction, electronic frontiers forum, fantasy literature, filk. You can do the filk with singing and making up different things. So this book alone is all of the tracks and things that they offer. That's this book.
That's cool.
Wow.
And then
that is so cool.
And then
wow.
This book is all of the people who are coming that came to Dragoncon.
That's awesome.
So this is all of your people who come to Dragoncon every year. This one is who to see. This is all the different comic book people, all of the different guests, stars.
Cool.
I mean, this is all the people that come. You won't be bored.
Did you see Erin Gray doing her Tai Chi?
Yes, I didn't get to see her this year, but she's every year she's there. I didn't get to go to that one. I should have gone. Yeah, I should have done that one. So many things. I mean, it's just so many things.
I'll get my first restraining order.
Yeah. Just your first? Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Oh man,
don't worry,
that'll be.
We'll talk. Yeah. Maybe someday.
Yeah.
When you get to 10, let me know. Yeah, that's a competition at that point.
Well,
but yeah,
let's
plan it. Let's plan it out. So if anybody would love to come out to Dragoncon, have any questions, feel free to reach out to me in regards to where should I stay or what's available or the groups. If you go in Facebook, there are tons of different groups. There's an inflatable T-Rex group. I throw a video up of that. They have, I think they just tried to set the world record for the number of inflatable T-Rexes in one spot. So, and they'll pick a night and they just tromps through all of the hotels.
Wow.
All the dances, all the different musical bands. They bring in some different musical bands like Cybertronic Spree and Crux Shadows, a bunch of different ones, and of course there's the parade. So, and if you want to see any of that, it's uploaded on our site. Actually, I did the Villain Vogue costume contest or fashion show. It's not a contest. So all of your villains have their own fashion show, so you can walk through that. So that's up. We recorded that one live. We did the most of the parade. They were very nice to us. They gave us. We were lucky to get enough press passes. So this year we were able to go with press passes. First year for press passes, and the great thing about the press passes, they gave us some backstage capabilities in regards to. They set up an entire spot. Like usually you have to fight to get to a front row at the parade. They made a box for us. So everybody gets their own spot, and then of course they supplied runners, and they allow us to run into, walk up and down inside the actual parade itself. So you could actually go out and film it and videotape it while it was still moving, which was great.
That's
we
cool.
We tried to do that live. Found out that it doesn't always work that way, so we recorded it and uploaded it, so that's there too. And then every year. They have a contest, and we have an interview coming up. We have some interviews coming up. They give out ribbons, so they call them the beards, and so this is the ribbons that I got while I was there. I didn't get a whole lot, but the contest is to see how many ribbons you get. We interviewed a lady who won last year the number of ribbons, and she was able to hang the ribbon from the third floor balcony inside of the Marriott. So she was on the third floor. It went down 3 floors before it touched the ground.
Oh, wow.
So this year,
we're going to have our own.
She took all those ribbons, and she made a dress. So we have an interview with her to show you the dress and how all that happens, and it's pretty fun. And then of course they pass out things like googly eyes. There's cults, with the Cult of John, which is you just go to Facebook, look up Cult of John, you'll love it. Look up, just type in Dragoncon. There's like 50 or 60 groups out there that you could look at, see what's going on. There's Dragoncon Parade group. There's a Dragoncon cult group. There's the Cult of the Marriott Carpet group. There's the
oh yes, that's right. That's right.
Just crazy.
Well, next year we're going to have our own ribbon. We're going to have
we'll
the
definitely
IFB
have our own
ribbon.
ribbons. Yeah.
So we'll be giving those out. Oh, okay. You do that one as well.
Yeah.
By the way, for those that didn't know, you were on a panel. So you co-hosted a panel.
Yep,
at,
I did
Dragoncon.
a cosplay panel in which we talked about cosplaying your way. Talked about just different information about what if you can't afford something. It's just get out and have fun. Don't be afraid to do it. That was big. My biggest problems is with Lucifer here. I was afraid to do some things that I did with Lucifer, but I bit the bullet and I played with epoxy resin, which I've never touched in my life, and stuff like that. You learn sketches for Arduino. It's out there. Just find out. So, pardon me.
Cool stuff.
That was one panel we were on, and then the other panel, it was we gave out prizes and everything for it. It was the Battlestar Galactica trivia contest, and then we did pretty good with that, and somebody won the big prize, and then we gave out little prizes. But that was just plain fun. It was good, and we're also going to have Battlestar Galactica trivia for the 17th. So
yes, so we got to talk about that again. But before we go there, Rob Baum wanted to know the Labyrinth ad that was in the schedule bulletin that you had. He wanted to know, is that for a fan club or a film or what was that? I thought you were going to mention it.
They have a whole Labyrinth dance.
What?
Yeah, there's a dance based on the Labyrinth. I can't remember the name of the dance.
Oh, my God.
There's a dance.
Oh, wow.
There's a dance based on Star Wars, which is called The Last Night on Alderaan. So the Last Night on Alderaan is a party. Then there's a Star Trek party or dance that's called 10 Forward. So you can go to 10 Forward and dance with all your Star Trek friends, and it's crazy.
Magic Dance.
Yeah.
Rob says it's called Magic Dance.
Magic Dance.
Cool.
Yeah, it's there's some diehard get-together groups that only cosplay specific things, and they dress up and they have their photos. So we had a photo shoot with all the Battlestar people. There is a V group working on getting an interview with them. I tried to get one while I was there, but there's a V group out of Connecticut, the Connecticut mothership. We're working on getting with them to get them to come on and talk. But there is a V group. There's Logan's Run. There's
nice.
You even got to see what was it, Dodgeball? What was the name of the in Dodgeball? It was the Average Joe's Gym. There's a group of 10 cosplayer guys that show up and they have Average Joe Gym on, and they dress up as the Average Joe guys every year.
Oh, that's cool. Rob wants to know: is there a Galactica dancing like in War of the Gods? Well,
no
Rob,
dancing.
You know that we were going to sponsor that at AllCon.
At AllCon,
when it got canceled, we had it all set up, and that was going to be part of a party. We had a DJ.
But feel free to bring your ropes. We'll do rope dancing.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch. We had it all set up at the convention in Texas that did not really happen. So that was going to happen. I don't know, Dragoncon, we'll see. We're going to try to push for slightly more, Galactica
that dance
stuff.
Is called the Military Science Fiction Media, which Battlestar Galactica and Firefly and everything else. The dance for that one's called Can't Stop the Signal, which is based on Firefly. So that has that one every year. And then, of course, there's the charity. So you can donate things to the charity auction, and they have a charity auction. This year, the auction brought up, I want to say $5,000, just the MSM stuff. Just Battlestar Galactica, and those just our group raised $5,000, and then that's matched by Dragoncon. So $10,000 to charity. The charity was like a Feed the Families. It's like a door-to-door drive thing. So every year they pick a new charity, and every year it's they get tens, almost hundreds of thousands of dollars to charity. So it's always a big charity drive too.
Chris, Carl wants to know: did you see a place that would accommodate the Viper width, length, and height?
Yes. Yeah, the America's Mart, which is one of the bigger. It's a what's the best way of saying it? It's a conference center. It's it's got the lights way up in the ceiling, no problem. Getting it in there is I think they even have what do you call
they have
huge elevators that go up and down. So if you can't get it on the first
Right.
floor, there's always there's always the other floors, and that's done. Hang on, let me see if I can find that real quick. That's the America's Mart building. That's the other one. Anyways, that's 4 floors of sales. That's just selling and everything else, but you can get groups together in there too. So, yeah,
wow, that'd be great.
That's our goal. I mean, we talked back and forth and trying to find a place to put it. Now, I think place to put it's not going to be a problem. Getting it there is not the problem. It's getting a hold of the right people inside of Dragoncon to set that up and find out how much it's going to cost is going to be the problem, I think. So we need to jump on that early so we can reserve spots if we have to.
Cool. All right, let's work on that. So we have a project for Dragoncon, since most of us are pledging to go. I think it'd be great. Yeah, especially if we can, we can do the trivia, we can do the panel, we could sponsor maybe, we could try to recreate what we were doing at the AllCon.
Yep.
And
I think if we reach out to them this year and say, hey, it's 45th anniversary, how many people can we get? And then almost every other year, the Battlestar Galactica people from even the new show come in just about every other year.
Well, let's see if we can twist some arms, man. Maybe we could get Eric to go and some of the others. Imagine that. Oh boy, we should definitely push that. That would be great. I want to let everybody know that as we're broadcasting, I was communicating with Eric Larson, and he is committed to coming on the 17th. So we are going to be pushing out the show to the 17th next week. So you're going to have to get with Bran because we're going to be doing our Battlestar Galactica special tribute. to Glenn Larson and BSG 78, as well as our IFB's birthday is on the same day. So we're going to be pushing the show to the 17th, everyone. So that is going to be on a Saturday. So we're pushing Thursday to Saturday this year. Just want to put that out tonight. And our special guest of honor will be Eric Larson himself. And he just confirmed again with us. So it's a set date. And we're going to have a good time. We're going to be doing trivia. We're going to give out some prizes. John, of course, I hope you can make it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we're gonna have a great time, everybody. So I hope to see everybody. As we were saying earlier before we started, a lot of you already know that I was off to England, and I was able to stop off and see some of the cool sci-fi related shops and the like. And I picked this up at Forbidden Planet. All right, this is the Mega Store in London. We have one in New York City, but it's nowhere near the size of the one in London. And it was the bottom floor was dedicated to comic books, the manga, the graphic novels, and some magazines were represented. I was able to pick up my 40K. For those that are into 40K, I finally got my hands on a couple of these. This is a special. It has paint, so you can paint miniatures, and this is insights into who the Emperor is, the Emperor of Mankind. I also got a couple of other things I want to show you. I got two of those. This is the other one I got. This is the, let's get the reflection off of that magazine, and it includes some pieces for the gaming. So if you're into the gaming, actually, hell, let me open this up here.
Over that one.
Oh, heck yeah. Let me just show you the magazine, though. I want to open it up here.
Well, it's not worth anything. You've opened it.
Yeah, exactly. Don't care. So this is... It has the 3 rings punched into it so that you could actually put this into, a 3-ring binder. And it tells you how to put stuff together. And I'm going to open this up to, let's see if I can get it. Here you go. Ultramarines. Chris knows all about this because he listened to a third of the book. And yeah, so there's a thing on the brand new Ultramarines in here, and it's really cool. So these pages, it comes apart, so you can put this into your 3-ring binder any way you want. And I wanted to show you guys this too. I thought this was kind of cool.
Does it have gaming rules in it too?
Yes, it does. Yeah, exactly. Yep. So this is, again, established in 1978. This is from the London store.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Good year.
And one thing that they do, which I really, I enjoy getting things that are useful, right?
That's interesting.
And practical. Yes. So here is a tea, what do they call it? A tea towel, and Starship Enterprise 5-year mission thing. I thought it was too boldly go. So that's pretty cool. That'll go into the kitchen. Yeah, it goes into the kitchen, and it's practical. So I thought that was cool. Yep. One thing I was sharing with Chris before we started was the fact that magazines are quickly going out of use, and the biggest bookstores in London no longer carry a magazine rack. They don't, like our Barnes and Noble has magazines that they sell. They don't do that anymore. Very difficult to find magazines, but when you go to the airport or to the major train stations, that's where you get stuff like this. Right? So this is the Panini Warhammer book and stickers that go inside of it, and so this is like an 8-pack or 6-pack that you get, and then you put it into the book. Panini's very, very popular. One of the things that I did see around in their the small shops, like you could find the Panini for the World Cup. So that's super popular. So like all the World Cup players and teams and stuff. I was more interested in our stuff, but it was kind of hard to find that. Magazines, man, I'll tell you, not easily found. I remember the last time I went to London was in '93, and there's like the magazine shops all over, and there's magazines for everything under the sun. No such thing anymore, unfortunately. Things are dying out. We have in the United States, we have Barnes and Noble, and you'll go to that magazine rack and you'll see stuff. And I actually hunted down a store, one of the last, that has a wall of magazines, and I was like I was in heaven. I was like, oh, so that was a lot of what I brought back. I tried to find some Jubilee things. I was there on the day that Queen Elizabeth passed. I was flying home when they announced that she had passed, but I was looking for her Jubilee stuff, and it was gone, man. It was only a few things left in little corners of like the museum shops that we went to. That's where we got the last of her Jubilee stuff, wow, which was kind of cool. Yeah. I did want to share this with you, John. Check this out. I got this. This was a pre-order, and it is one of the new releases. It's a Assault Intercessor Ultramarine. And man, these guys are really, really cool. So I just got that. It was waiting for me when I came back home. So I thought that you and all the Warhammer collectors would really like that. Chris says that I'm not allowed to open this, even though I already started to, because it says 15 and above. Enough. And so I'm not old enough, but I'll put that on the shelf and I'll wait. I'll wait till next year, then I can open that up. So, it was really fun.
I'm sorry. England has a very big following of wargaming, so you can get the comics and the magazines, but they also give you rules for wargaming. So it's still more popular in England than it is over here. So
yes,
I mean they have a magazine over there like it's called Miniature Figure Collecting, and it's hard to get over here, but you got to order it through a third person. But the figures and the pieces they tell you is great, and it's very popular.
Yeah.
If you're a war gamer or you're a painter, like I paint 15 millimeter, I'm just going up to 25 millimeter now. So it's really got a lot of my info I get from the English magazines. So it's really hard to get over.
As a matter of fact, about a block away from the Forbidden Planet was a game store, something like the Complete Strategist but smaller, and it was packed. It was packed. I went in there and I was like surprised to see the amount of games and supplies. They also had a full line of paint and paintbrushes and stuff, and all the games they had. I was just wow. I was floored. But again, there was no magazine. There was no magazine representation. It was just the games. So I thought that was interesting. I did pick up a magazine called Armor, and it has to do with military collecting. And it's we don't have it here in the States. It's really cool. I'm going to share the link with you, John. I think you'll find it extremely interesting. I went to a couple of militaria shops looking for some World War I medals, and I found I didn't find anything I was looking for, but I found this magazine again. Like the rare finds. But it was fun. It was really cool, and we got to see some stuff. As a matter of fact, guys, I will be putting up a picture that I took of a side of a building, and it had 3 giant panels on the front, and it was sort of like that see-through image, and it covered the glass of this like office building, and the one giant panel was from the New Hope, and then Empire Strikes Back, and then Return of the Jedi. And I'm not sure what type of company it was, but it was unlabeled, but it was what it was. I took a picture of it from across the street, and so I'll share that with you guys. It was really, really cool. A lot of Star Wars. As a matter of fact, Amazon had a huge presence at their IMAX theaters, and they had a lot of their advertisement up. So I'll put up some of those pictures at some point. I'll do like either on our site or our probably on our site. I'll put it up. I'll do a collage and I'll put up some of the pictures of some of the things that I found striking while I was in London. Good times, and looking forward to another trip. But in the meantime, it was busy. There was a lot to be done. But Warhammer time, that's right, Rob. Very cool stuff. And so I don't know, John. You and I gotta get together and see if we're going to be visiting any local conventions.
Oh,
Chris,
there's a couple of them coming up. There's
what
the
do you
Colossal
got?
Con, there's a Colossal Con in Poconos. There's a New Jersey Horror Con, September 16th in Atlantic City.
Oh,
King Con, 9/17 Islin. Extreme Con, there's one in Missouri. And that's about it for now. And then we have Comic Con next month.
yes, we
I
got
think
Comic Con
there's
next month.
Yep.
As a
It's
matter
Super
of
World
fact,
Expo at Overland.
oh, very nice.
Overland.
As a matter of fact, Rob had contacted me offline, and he had said that Noah Hathaway was going to be making an appearance at one of the I think the New Jersey Comic Con that you mentioned, John. Hey, Rob, can you confirm? Did you send that to us in the chat earlier? Let me see. I'm going to go back and see. But yeah, the Noah Hathaway. I mean, that's kind of cool.
Oh,
He doesn't come out
yeah.
to a lot of stuff, so
Yeah.
it'd be kind of cool to see him. And if he's coming out to Jersey, Chris, I think it's that horror convention.
Oh,
the
yeah,
one that
we
we
talked about
talked about.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the one. So if he's going to be that I
Yeah,
don't
New
know.
Jersey
Let's
Horror
see.
Con.
Yeah, I think that's the one. So
Robert just put
I
down.
almost. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Noah Hathaway's going to be at that. So yeah, you never know. I mean, these things people pop up all the time. There it is. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate it. I was trying to scroll the way back up. I know you'd posted that. So very very
Jersey
cool.
Horror Con.
I don't know. So John, did you get tickets for New York Comic Con or not?
Yes, I do. I got 'em.
So were you going on Saturday?
Saturday.
Saturday.
I have
Okay.
one
Did
day,
you
so.
confirm? Okay, you confirmed your tickets, Chris. I sent you your info.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to. Oh, what is that? Is that the alien feline?
Yes, that's my alien baby.
Your alien baby. All right, so Chris has to confirm his
pain in the
tickets,
butt.
and we'll be meeting up. We'll be broadcasting live, doing some interviews. John will be with us as well. I think we'll have a really good time. We're going to try to go to the non-sports card show as well. That is a little bit outside Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Yeah, when is that one?
Yeah, I believe that's
November.
October.
Right.
No, it's October. I think it's October like 16th. Rob actually might meet us. I think it's the 15th, 15 and 16th. So we're going to try to get to that. No promises, but we'll see if we can. And if we are, we're gonna send word up and let them know so we can do some interviewing. I know they would be very happy to have us do some interviews of their guests and the like. 'Cause they've been doing it for decades, and they have everything there. It's a smaller show, but it's really, really well put together. So I've been to it a few times, and I just loved it. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. I'm glad that I got back. I'm glad you guys went to Chris, you and Tricky Faye went to Dragoncon, had a good time.
Yep.
And John, we're looking forward to New York Comic Con and more reporting from your end. So yeah, I mean, that kind of more or less brings us to. We're going to be doing the book in a little bit, Chris.
Yep.
Was there any other odds and ends that we wanted to
No.
bring up? As a matter of fact, what I wanted to ask you was, what did you purchase from DragonCon?
You know, there wasn't a lot of Battlestar Galactica stuff except for my my custom job. So this is what I paid the most for. So
That's really cool.
So this was one of my dreams. I'm going to have to make the bodysuit for this for next year probably. So
that's cool.
That's my goal,
That's
is to
really
have
cool.
this for next year. But that was my biggest purchase, I think. I bought a couple of comic books, and that was about it. I mean, I really liked Knoxville in regards to finding some of the older con stuff.
Yeah, of course.
But there wasn't a lot of. It's a lot of people craft and everything else. There wasn't a lot of Battlestar stuff. So yeah, you want Star Wars stuff?
Oh, you know what?
Star Trek stuff? No problem. Battlestar stuff? It's one of the reasons why my daughter started the store that she runs at the Nerd Degree Burns, is because there is no Battlestar stuff.
There is no Battlestar, and they had limited licensing when when the actual show came up anyway. However, there is a company called Paragon. We
Paragon
interviewed
Effects.
one of the we interviewed their CEO. I think he was the CEO, right, or the VP.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he came on and he promised to get us some stuff. So we're going to stay tuned and see what comes up with that. As a matter of fact, at Knoxville, we ran into a promoter, and he is working with a distiller.
Yep.
And he mentioned that there might be some Battlestar Galactica related
liquor coming out soon.
Liquor that might be coming out, so we'll see. Chris Laskowski from Down Under, thank you for joining us live. I'd like to see what the Colonial Viper helmet looks like. The one from the DeSantis one, Chris. Which one do you want? Which one do you mean? But that would be kind of cool. I did see they did have some renderings from the DeSantis movies. They did have pictures drawn up, and they had a couple of the costumes made for the Colonial Warriors, and they had fittings.
A little bit flatter.
So there were pictures of actors, that actually put them on. Speaking of that, let's plug the Stranded Warrior. That's a side project that we're doing, and I just received a new Colonial Warrior jacket that is going to be used in the production, and we're slowly moving ahead. Our CGI guys, Chuck and his partner, is also working on Chris, working on some more of the CGI, so we're moving ahead. I have the costume but no helmet. You have the DeSantis one, Chris, is that what you're saying? That'd be really, really cool to see. Wow. I saw pictures that were online. We have a guy that makes the helmets just like the one that Chris has. So maybe we can get a hold of him
and see what he said, how much you charge to put it together.
Yeah, and then make that. That'd be kind of cool. We got there's things moving along, guys. Sometimes it runs at a high speed, and then we got to slow it down a little bit because there's a lot of other things going on. But hey, it's the world we live in. We're making the best of it. In the meantime, we're going to enjoy everything that we got. There's plenty of sci-fi TV and books. I mean, John, I didn't think that there was going to be a new Stephen King book, right? Coming out, and there it is.
Coming out is actually there's some Gundam coming out too. Robotech new coming out this month too. Plus the live action and Netflix is coming out soon. So, but
wow,
I might go that HorrorCon because I just got reached out from an actress, Denise Duff. She's in Subspecies 5. She's actually filming right now in Romania. Subspecies from Full Moon Pictures. So that's the movie. That's the picture that made like Puppet Master, all those guys, Subspecies.
Oh sure, yeah.
So she's interested in doing an interview, telling us about that, and that's the guy that played the vampire. So she's actually filming that now. When she comes back, she's gonna set one up. So
awesome.
Cool.
Very cool, man. Outstanding, man. Way to go, John. Way to go. Okay. Lola says, I finally got Redemption by Richard Hatch. Fine, Lola. Come on.
Wow.
All right. So I hope you're keeping up with us because we're going to be doing the second to last chapter, chapter 24 of Armageddon in a little bit. I have them all now. Excellent. So as a matter of fact.
Gotta catch them all.
Got to catch them all. As a matter of fact, we are making our final decisions on the next book. And although the scrapbook isn't a book. I mean, it's a book. Yeah. It's really cool, and that's what I'm campaigning for. That it was a great suggestion, Rob. Thanks for bringing that up. I think we should do it. I was when it first came out. I still love that book. The Battlestar Galactica, the official scrapbook, is just full of information and background stuff, and bios on the actors, but in-depth bios, Chris, not just. Like the one paragraph, like it talks about who and what they are, where they came from and stuff. Very well done, and it's authorized. So I think that it would be really cool to do that as an interlude to then jumping back into a novel.
Jump back in because Christopher Golden will be available in November. So
yes, so that might just take us right into it. I think it'd be a good idea. Yeah. So hey, let's just a quick a quick toast to everybody that tuned in live. We would thank you right now, and here's to you guys. Man, oh, Lola says I read last chapter. Good, very good. All right, so you're pretty much caught up. Second to last was pretty good as well. John, any last thoughts?
No, that's about it. We got more stuff coming next time I come on, and if you guys haven't check out the animated adult series Pantheon on AMC Plus. It's about people getting upgrades with the AI and then robots killing them, and that's about it. So I'm looking forward to the cons this year and all the shit.
I'm all into that. We can do robots killing people. I'm okay with that. So tuning right in. Actually, I'm going to leave right now and tune in. So. Sounds like a Cylon dream.
Yeah, no kidding. John, thanks so much, man. Really appreciate you come by and fill us up with all this great stuff, man. It's really cool. Thank you so much. We'll see you again very soon.
Thank you.
And looking forward to, all right, next show and the cons, man. All right? Take care, John. Thank you. All right. So, take care. We have our mascots, right? Our Martin mascot. Where is your lone Cylon? Where's Red Eye?
He's in my go bag.
Oh, he's in the go bag. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, I didn't take him to London. I guess I should have, but I didn't.
There you go.
My bad. I should have. That should have been, man. I wasn't thinking properly. I was distracted by the Lucifer. Lucifer distracted me from taking Martin with me. So Martin is going to be coming along. Don't worry.
Keeps whispering
we'll get Martin
ear.
out on the road.
What?
Yeah, he's talking to you all the time, man. Yeah. Oh, boy. You better take some more pills.
He's okay. Don't worry about it. Yeah. I know he's human. It's okay.
Where'd the cat go, man?
She's right there.
Okay.
She was watching Lucifer's eyes for a while. I was waiting for her to snack. But,
yeah, she's going to destroy that helmet. It's going to be all effed up in about 10 minutes. It's going to be fracked to pieces.
My daughter said I need to fix the eyes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she said the eyes aren't right because in the show, if you watch it, sometimes his eye is
off.
Yeah. It's not
synchronized.
Mine are too good. And in the show, sometimes you have one that goes, they play the hockey.
Yeah. Kazuel says, thanks for joining us live. I have read all the books. They are awesome. Wish he was able to publish his final book. Well, let me just bring up a little side note. A little over a year ago, we were lucky enough to get Mr. Werhan, who was a producer that worked closely with Richard Hatch. They had a live show that they did.
Yeah,
and
it's called Who the Frack, or What the Frack.
Yeah, something like that. And he came on our show. He is in the business, and he's a very good close friend of Richard Hatch and his family, and he has complete access to the final book that was written and is in a early stage. So it's a manuscript. It's an unedited manuscript. And we're waiting for Mr. Werhan to come back. He
You're
promised.
Out there, sir. We keep trying to get a hold of you, but
yep.
Yeah, let us know.
He promised. He promised that if there was enough fan interest, that he would then make sure that it was published. Our input that day, you can look up the interview. You'll hear us talking to him. I mean, it was out in the open, and he said that he would take suggestions. My suggestion was that he publish it as the unedited and then a edited final version.
Right.
Both together. I thought that would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
He took it under consideration, but he's like, he goes, I have the manuscript. It's in, I believe, I'm not sure if he said it was in his possession or it was in Richard Hatch's son's possession.
Yeah,
so that it was available.
Yeah,
it was available. So I don't know. We tried and we continue to try. So hopefully we'll be able to get that out. In the meantime, guys, Armageddon is waiting for us, and I think Chris, I mean, it sounds like it's about time.
Yep.
Next week, our next show, everybody remember, we're going to be doing the tribute to Glenn Larson's 1978 Battlestar Galactica. It'll be on the 17th of September, which is the date that it originally aired, and it is IFB's birth date, right, Chris?
Yep. So yeah, will definitely be a great day. So we started this podcast or broadcast on Battlestar Galactica's birthday. That was our goal. This will be 2 years ago now. So this will be our this birthday is number 2. So we've already had a 1-year birthday. This is our 2nd year birthday. So we're really looking forward to celebrating it with the people that are out there, the fans, and just celebrate, having a good time, and talking with Mr. Larson and all of the great things that he's got coming up. I think it's been a fun and it continues to be fun. So hopefully you join us, get some prizes, we'll do some online trivia contests. So you'll have to have a phone with you, by the way. So a phone is what you'll need to do to answer the questions. So you can have a computer and a phone, and then we'll start it that way. So if you haven't done one of those with us yet, it's fun. And, of course, we got some really cool prizes that we'll give out to the winners and send those out to you, mail them out to you.
Very cool. So, that's the plan.
That's the plan. So now it's time for
Armageddon. Right? So here it is, guys.
The book breakdown. Boy. We need to come up with a catchy title. Book breakdown.
Yeah, we should do that. We should have like our book thing. Remember, we used to have it was book versus episode. Remember, we used to do that. Yeah, that was cool.
We need to go back to a couple of those books and get the episodes. I mean, we went as far as number 2. Now we need to get number 3. Well, let's get number 4 because that's you and that was But yeah, we'll have to get into those. So we're kicking off with Armageddon. This is Richard Hatch's first book that he wrote in regards to the Battlestar Galactica universe, and it's been a pretty good ride so far. I think last chapter, we all thought Apollo was dead, but of course we start off this chapter with Apollo's not dead. He just used a Viper that he flew into one of the base stars and it exploded. And I had friends on that base star. I don't like this at all, so it's bad.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, but I had friends on that base star.
Please.
Thanks a lot.
Get over it, man.
Anyways,
get over it. We had friends on Alderaan and the Death Star, and then there were friends on all over, everywhere.
It's horrible.
Happens.
So
happens, man.
They destroyed one base star, and there's still another one out there, and I have to figure out how to get rid of it. So
yes. However, Starbuck is in the quantum shift, and he's watching. He's in the Raider. He's in the Black Raider, and Gesundheit, and he's watching Apollo. Right, it looks like Apollo's using the quantum shifting Scarlet Viper, I believe.
Yep.
And it's on some kind of an attack run on that first base star, and then it explodes. Yeah, suicide run. So he's a little freaked out because he's thinking that Apollo's like killed himself, but it's not. That's not what's happening.
No,
but
of course not.
No, of course not. Come on. So he gets fired on. So like he's so freaked out about it. He comes out of the quantum shift himself.
Right.
And the minute he does, they start other Viper pilots attack him, and so Athena has to intervene, and he gets saved from getting blown up.
Athena's telling him, "Don't shoot at that. Don't shoot at that one. He's friendly."
Yeah, he's friendly.
Yep.
And then Apollo, it's like, okay, so Apollo's not. That's not what's happening. Apollo uses his ESP to communicate directly with Athena.
Yeah.
For the first time.
That's something it came out a couple of chapters back. So the Kabolians, of pure blood Kabolians, have a little bit more of the capabilities. So kind of like we saw with Adama in moving the things across the desk in the actual show. So the ESP pieces are kind of built into Richard Hatch's remake or storyline of the Cabolians and the Battlestar Galactica stuff, which I think is really kind of cool. Yes. I mean, it's a neat area to explore that really didn't get a chance to explore in the show. I mean, other than, I think, quote me on this, I think Adama says something like, we've got all these powers and people forget about it or something. But that's kind of pulled out into this. So he's got his ESP that he can communicate, and he can also feel different things, which comes in a little bit later here in a little bit. So
and so he communicates directly with Athena. What I thought was interesting was that the whole idea behind destroying the base star was to even the odds, because right now they're at 46 Vipers versus under 100 Raiders. So,
and they call that a fair fight.
2-1.
2-1, and they still think, and that then, according to their training, that's a survivable a survivable amount.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But the funny thing is, did you see who almost killed Starbuck? So,
yes, his daughter.
His daughter.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to kick whoever's butt almost killed me. It says, even your daughter? And it's like, oh, yeah, never mind. Sorry, Dad.
John 1 says millions of innocent Cylon workers were lost.
Those you realize how many silent civilians run those things?
Wait till you hear the Borrellian Nomen talk about them. But so then we go to Apollo has a vision. All right.
Well,
all of a sudden,
where's Apollo?
Apollo is now on the bridge, the command bridge of the Hephaestus. It's the Forge ship,
which was damaged so badly that they don't think they could. It's not going to keep up with the fleet.
Right. So he's on it, and while he's on it, he's tapping into, I guess, the Cabolian powers that he has.
Yep.
And he has a vision, and it's the vision of the end of the fleet, and he's driven to unlink the ship from the Galactica, because it's like automatically
because he thinks because of the vision he had that's what's going to happen, and he sees Athena dying and everything else, which is horrible to begin with. I don't want to ever think about that.
Of course not. Of course.
So he disengages and tries to change what he believes is going to be happening.
Right. So his thing is to he wants to, so he takes the ship, the Hephaestus, offline with the fleet, and he's going to basically use it to ram it into the base star,
the second base star. And here is and of course here is Sheba, who he just proposed to, and she was like, she was like, no, you can't do this. You just proposed to me.
Yeah, dummy. So of course, he's planning on his suicide. He's got a suicide run, and Sheba, who's flying a Viper out there, decides with Starbuck that they're going to fly along with the ship, kind of changing a little bit of Apollo's plan, but he's in the meantime diverting all power to the ship shields, and it turns out that while he's doing all this, he's not alone on the ship.
Yeah, some dark thing comes in behind him. Who could that be?
Yes, of course, Count Iblis. And Iblis tries to convince Apollo that he should join him, and if he does, he'll save the fleet.
I mean, face it. I mean, that's a pretty good deal. Before the, he talks about what happens before, where he wanted the control of the entire fleet, or the entire. So that everybody bows to me, and then I'll save everybody. He's just asking for Apollo. He just wants Apollo. That's it.
just wants Apollo.
That's a damn good deal. I mean, he should have taken it. He really should have.
It's yeah. Shut up. So,
I mean, really,
so he tries.
That's a good deal.
And then Apollo realizes that Ibli can't take any action without consent.
Right.
And
just like before.
Yes, Lola, not. And so he rejects Ibli outright. Right? He just rejects him.
Stupid, because I mean, all he had to do is give up the Ibli, and he could save the whole fleet.
Yeah, well, he's not that type
Must be
of
thinking
hero,
about
man.
himself, like usual, you know?
Yeah, whatever. No, not true. And so he rejects Ibli, and Ibli there's nothing that Ibli can do, right? It's like so Apollo figures out if you wanted to destroy the fleet, and you could, you would have already. Okay. And if this is some kind of like personal vendetta, then what's, like, you can't act. I have to willingly choose. And so he says, so if I were to choose, you're saying that you would do, but wait a minute, how would you defeat the Cylons? I go to you, you save the fleet, but how would you defeat the Cylons? And then Ibli tells him that the Cylons are his puppets.
That's it.
Yep, because he created them. He's the one that, his DNA.
Back, if you remember, that's a really good chapter, by the way.
Yeah. So that's where they divulge the fact that Ibli is the one, and that the Cylons have forgotten. They have all but forgotten who he was and what he did for them, and they've kind of like, set him to the side. And Apollo's like, well, I reject you. And then he leaves, he just takes off, vanishes, and there's a little bit of a description on how, the void that he creates, disappears.
But when he dismisses him, he's like, you risk much, son of Adama, Ibli hissed. Don't ever think you can dismiss me so simply. And I do not play tricks. You're going to die. Momentarily, that is true. But I can save you. I can save the entire fleet to a person.
Nope.
See, he could
it.
Save the entire fleet, of course.
Can't do jack.
Apollo is
he can't do
that.
that.
Himself again. So.
No. So while that happens, Ibli leaves, and Sheba and Starbuck are able to land on the Ford ship and get Apollo off. Right. So that's how he's convinced to leave the Ford ship. So he leaves with them, and that's how he gets saved. And then, Chris, we cut to the Icarus, which is the prison barge.
We haven't heard about the Icarus in a while, which is one of the things this book does. Is there's so many storylines running. Sometimes you don't get to a storyline for chapters, multiple chapters before you get back to it. So
right.
This is the prison barge that was taken over by the Nomen, and they claimed their independence from the fleet. And of course, where does Ibli go? He's already talked to them.
Ibli goes to see them.
Ibli's already talked to them to break away from the fleet, and he and the Nomen are friends, but maybe they're not as much friends as they thought they were. It was I mean, once again, poor Ibli. I mean, he did all this work for them. He helped them out. Hey, you're enslaved. He helped them get unenslaved, got them their own ship. Said, hey, I'm here to collect on the debt. And of course, what happens?
Yeah, the Nomen realize that Ibli, not only is Ibli against mankind, but he's the one that helped shape the Cylons. So they're like, so we would be supporting the Cylons, and we hate the Cylons more than we hate regular humans. So we reject this plan that you gave us, because according to the plan, it was Ibli would save them and give them their freedom from the humans, and it wasn't it wasn't a trade-off between then them destroying or teaming up with the Cylons to destroy the human fleet. And they were like, that's dishonorable. We're not that negates the pact that we have. So he says, Gartok says, I will surrender myself back to the humans, and it then voids out our pact, and we no longer honor bound to you.
He'd rather surrender to the humans than he would ever go back to go to the Cylons, help the Cylons.
Go to the Cylons, yeah. And so he actually spells it out to him, right, Chris?
Yep.
He says, you are the one. You're the one that helped create the Cylons. Like, he calls him on it, and Ibli just gets all mad and then kind of like disappears. And he tells him, you're going to regret this. You think that this is over. It's not over, and you will pay for this.
Right.
He didn't say deceit, but your failure to fulfill your oath.
Yeah. What a debt of honor you you have a debt of honor to me, Gartok. All of you do. I demand that you repay it now.
Yes. And then what he wants is, which we didn't mention, right, Chris? We didn't mention what he wanted. He told Gartok to open fire on the Hephaestus, the ship that Apollo was on, and
but
he was
a prison barge. It didn't have any guns.
Yeah. And Ibli got pissed. He was like, "Oh, there's weapons on here. They can't take the Galactica out, but they can take the Hephaestus out."
Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, we reject you, Ibli. Gartok said, "There will be no freedom for the Nomen now, not yet. We will surrender ourselves to the humans, and thus we owe you nothing."
Yeah. And Ibli disappears.
Peeved.
In a rage. He vanishes in a rage.
Then.
Oh, the best part.
Then we go to the best part. Yeah, I know. It is the best part. Okay. Anyway.
It really, if anyone was reading this when it first came out, like I did, but had forgotten this part, because to me it's obvious that this is probably the seed that was used in the reimagining. I mean, this is the idea. You could see where this is the link to the resurrection ships in the reimagined Galactica, because Lucifer is on the last base star.
Yeah. So I have to read this because it's really cool. It says, aboard the remaining base star.
Yeah.
Aboard the remaining Cylon base star, the Cognitor, Cylon commander called Lucifer, stared coldly at a scanner display displaying the impending collision. We're talking about the Hephaestus and the new base star.
Lucifer behind you stopped. His lips stopped. What happened?
He doesn't want to talk about this. In keeping with his programming, Lucifer sighed. He opens the data port on the comm station in front of him. He kneels in front of it. A long, thin sensor line jutted suddenly from his right eye and plunged into the data port. After a moment, the light in his clear dome that was Lucifer's brain went out. The red gleam in his eyes faded, and many parsecs away, the fourth quadrant of the Seranus galaxy aboard the base star that was home to the Cylon Imperious leader, new Centurions and Cognitors were being created. A clone tank connected to sensor line on the base star's computer system. A dormant cognitator's eyes began to burn red.
Oh, right? That's
cool.
That reminded me of, right?
Yep.
The resurrection ships.
Resurrection ships, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, holy mackerel, that's so cool. So Lucifer is smart enough to upload himself back into
right? I know you came here afterwards.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. What you intercepted that connection, and you got a piece of him.
This is his home base. He comes and goes.
What happened to his mouth, man?
Huh? There's a
Resurrection.
Yeah, there's a loose connection in there. He doesn't want to talk.
Resurrection, like in Logan's Run.
Yeah, that's oh, it's Logan's Run. It's not Resurrection.
Carousel.
Carousel,
baby. Carousel.
Renew.
We gotta do the Sandman thing, man, and put black jewels in our hands. Yeah, that'd be so funny. Yeah, and or Lucifer is a coward and ran away before the battle. Well, I mean, that's what I would have said, mediocre modeler, but
I would have said he
don't say
was
that too loud because Chris
intelligent.
will hear it and get upset.
Yeah, I say intelligence. Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, so last part of the chapter, guys.
Yep.
And remember, this is the second to last chapter of the book of Armageddon. Starbuck and Sheba whisk Apollo off the Hephaestus, and obviously there's a little bit, couple more paragraphs to it, but in a nutshell, that's where they. That's kind of like what happens, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the chapter basically ends. And that brings us pretty much to chapter
25.
chapter 25. So next chance we get, we will be doing the final chapter 25 of Richard Hatch's and Christopher Golden's Armageddon, and that would then conclude this book. Lola, you said you read it. What were you satisfied with the final chapter? Not giving anything away. Do you think, because it goes on, I mean, the story itself goes on, but I'm just curious to see if anyone out there has any comments on that last chapter before we wrap up things here on our end. Loved it. Lola says she loved it. All right. Well, we're looking forward to it. It's actually a short one. It's a short one. I don't believe we're going to be doing it. Oh, yeah, okay, Lucifer.
Hated it.
Yeah, you and Nibley can go, you know what.
Hated it.
But, yeah. However, next show, everyone, is September 17th. It is IFB birthday, and it is
trivia. It's great stuff.
Trivia.
You don't want to miss it.
Eric Larson is coming. Sean says, liked it. Again, Armageddon, in my opinion, the best of the Hatch series. Excellent. Thank you for the input and the feedback, sir. And we will be seeing you. Hopefully, everyone tune in for Eric Larson update. It's always great to have him on the show. If you guys remember, we had him on before.
Yep. So hopefully we'll find out some more information about the new show, trivia. Fall Guy.
Yeah.
See if there's any talk about. He still owns the Pegasus information. So the Larsons still own the Pegasus piece of it. So see if there's any talk about that. Plus, was it Quantum Leap was also theirs? So the
Fall Guy.
Fall
Guy, Knight Rider. I mean, Magnum PI for that matter is out.
Is back out. They tried to get rid of it, and maybe we can hear some information about how it got switched over to a new network and what kind of stress that might have caused, because it wasn't supposed to. They were going to cancel it, and they moved it to another network to keep it going. So.
Lola is yes, Lola. We apologize. Yesterday for us right now. Today is Friday. Yesterday was Thursday. We shifted the day. I was jet lagged from coming back from London. Chris was under the weather from his Dragoncon and that stuff. So Nightman, Switch, alias Smith and Jones. Yes, all the great stuff. Rob, thank you for putting that up. Magnum PI on NBC. So yeah, there's stuff out there that's all related to Glenn Larson. Hopefully Eric last time Eric was with us was a tribute night, and Eric said that there wasn't a lot that he could divulge.
Right.
He promised that he would come back, and hopefully this is when he can bring us up to speed, tell us some more stuff.
A little bit more information. It'd be great.
Yeah, great guy. I mean, you guys have watched the show. The first time he was on. I hope you, if you haven't, go back and watch it. And we got to stay on with him afterwards, after the show. Really, really cool guy, and we're looking forward to having him back. I mean, this is Eric Larson, and we're gonna have a good Highwayman. It Takes a Thief. You can't forget Manimal. Oh yeah, I mean, there's Manimal. So many shows. So this is something that Chris and I we talked about, right? We said that the 17th is going to be a Battlestar Galactica day tribute. However, we are going to dedicate another show to all of the Glenn Larson shows.
Yep, BJ and the
Sean
Bear,
said,
all of them, yeah.
Yep, Glenn Larson was a big deal as a producer, creator of TV content in the 70s and 80s. He really was. His shows were everywhere. Yes,
Yep.
he was. He was super respected, even to this day. I have a great story and have ties to the original Quantum Leap series. Carl, well, we'd like to have you come in. Tipsy,
Right.
New York Pete, George Zuvalos, one of our fellow producers here at IFB. Award-winning filmmaker, director, writer, actor. George Zuvalos is just back from filming. He was down south on a production. Hopefully, we'll have him on soon, bringing us up to speed on the production.
If you get a chance to go to his site and watch his reel there, that's
oh, he's got a great one, man.
How he talks about how he usually gets cast as a bad guy in a couple of shows. He's in this new one. It was really good. I liked it.
I like the one with there's a couple of them that come to mind. There's two of them on his personal reel. One of them is he plays the dad, and this young man coming to date his teenage daughter, and the other one is a mix-up. There's a mix-up, and I'm sure he's done it in real life too, but there's a mix-up in Ashes.
Yeah, the urn.
And the urn thing, and I like that one a lot. I really do, and he just put that out not too long ago. But George, who is one of our producers here, fellow producer at IFB, we're gonna have him back on, and he's gonna tell us. But I wanted to tell everybody that George has been cast as the lead in the Stranded Warrior. He's going to be playing Captain Martin. So we just want to remind everybody of that. So as we get closer to releasing all of the information, just giving that out now. And we're doing it as a part of our news content, right, Chris? IFB itself is not part of this production, but we're just bringing the news to you guys of what we're doing. So, that's that. Thank you, George. We appreciate you being a part of the team. So, hey, listen, guys, all good things. Chris, any?
That's pretty much it. I think we look forward to doing the Larson show next week and finding out
interview.
Yep,
we'll be doing we're being interviewed.
Yeah, and then of course our interview. That'll be interesting. It'll be the first time we've been interviewed.
Yeah.
So
that's kind of cool. Looking forward to it. Oh yeah. So we'll keep you posted on. So we're going to be doing the interview. It's going to be pre-recorded. It's not going to be live, and then it'll be released. So we'll let you know when it's live to tape. Then. So so we'll let you know. Good night and good week.
Editable.
Yes, we are. Lucifer still gives me the willies. George, that's funny. So man, good night all. Everybody that's watching us live, thank you so much for tuning in. And Chris, I have my typical closing that I like to.
Sure.
I just want to thank everybody for tuning in live, and everybody else that watches us in syndication, in the rerun or the after show. We just want to thank you around the world, everyone that's with us now and everyone that watches us afterwards. Thank you so much. We love having you on board. Keep clicking the follow, the thumbs up, the subscribe.
The follow.
Yeah, we definitely need the follow, guys. We really appreciate it. Have a good night to all, and please stay safe. Don't forget to tell your friends about the show. If you want to contact us, our email is info@interfleetbroadcasting.com. Stay safe. See you at the next show. Keep the faith, and remember, Chris, our motto is...
Yep. So everybody, make sure you enjoy your week, and see you next week. And, of course, fans, Feel the Fleet. We enjoy you being here, and thank you so much. Take care.
Here's to you guys. Take care.